What's up, baby? Today's show is sponsored by Southern New Hampshire University. Yeah, we talking about proper preparation. We're talking about trying to be better at life. How can we improve, right? Whether we're talking about just as an individual, how do we improve if we're talking about in the job space? I mean, whether we're talking about just all the different ways to be prepared for the next step, for that next task. Southern New Hampshire University and some of these online degree programs that they are offering. Come on, baby. You can't beat this. And they have super competitive low tuition rates that are, like I said, going to prepare you for whatever your next steps might be as it pertains to your professional career. It's not too late. I mean, shoot, what you waiting on? I mean, you're watching me, but what you waiting on? Come on, man. You see the link right there, right? snhu.edu/Arthur Moats. Tap in and go out here and get a chance to prepare yourself for greatness. But now it's time for regularly scheduled programming. Talk about this Hall of Fame class, because we did not talk about them the other day, man, because obviously we had plenty of stuff taking place around here in the vibe. So, like I said, man, let's talk about these here Hall of Famers, man. So, in terms of the Hall of Fame class, man, for 2025, Eric Allen, old school DB, man, drafted with the Eagles, played with the Saints, Raiders, man, ton of interceptions during his time frame. Obviously, he waited for a while to get in, but now he's officially in, so shout out to him, Eric Allen now. The next one that did get inducted, Jared Allen. For those that remember him, man, that's Mr. Lasso him up, celebrating. Obviously was with the Vikings, Bears, and Panthers. 100+ career sack dude, man. So big time salute to him, man. I remember watching this dude. Like, that was one of my ones, man. Between him, DeMarcus Ware, Sean Merriman, I used to be like Peasy, like I do all them little celebrations, did all that. So he definitely one of those guys, man. I remember him very, very vividly, man. But it was good to see him. And fun little fact right there, he's a Buck Buchanan Award winner as a 1AA guy for college football, man. And the reason I know, because I had the same award given to the best defender in the nation, man, for the 1AA level at that time frame. And I was remember, man, Jared Allen, man. They say, oh, he won that award. So, hey, man, that's pretty daggone cool. All right, so shout out to my Buck Buchanan Award winning brother over there. Next up, we know Antonio Gates. Got to talk about that, man. Holy smokes, man. Revolutionized the position of tight end, man, right? In terms of changing it from what we deemed as the traditional sense to the hooper coming to the football field and playing basketball out there, essentially. Mister, I'm going to box you out, throw it up. I'm going to go jump ball this thing, man. The way that he opened up the doors to, you know, a lot of just former hoopers transitioning to football now, man. Gates was one of those guys, man. Obviously, you think about Tony Gonzalez. I think of even in a Jimmy Graham, right? You remember Jimmy Graham? He was murdering folk out there on that field, man. Former hoopers, though, right? Even Mo Alley Cox, right? We obviously know he's been in Indianapolis for a while now, man. A lot of dudes that used to play on that basketball court that at times you would question, man, can this guy do this? And it's like, yeah, why can't he? He's big enough. He has enough size. And honestly, for guys like me, man, who are multi-sport athletes, we're like, bro, basketball and football have a lot of carryover, man, in the sense of the one-on-one element, whether you're talking from a defensive standpoint, mirroring guys, but more importantly on, you know, offense, I look at that no different than rushing the passer one-on-one. If I can blow by you, if I got the ball in my hand, crossing over, Euro step and everything in between, man, pass rushing the same thing. I'm trying to see how I can get you to get your body going this way, cross back over this way, man. I'm going to hit you this way, Euro step back that way. So with that, man, you know, when you're seeing guys like Antonio Gates, man, that really, you know, was one of those dope things right there, man. All right, next up, and this is one of those ones, man, OG guy, and he was actually the only guy from the senior contributors, right, or senior players, right, in terms of they had been available for Hall of Fame candidacy, but because it had lasted too long, they got put into a different category. Sterling Sharp, we know the big brother too, Shannon Sharp, the Hall of Fame tight end, and heck of a career, man. Obviously tragically cut short with the neck injury, but man, during his time frame, dominant. When you listen to how people that watched Sterling Sharp play, they all speak so highly of him. You think about how Shannon Sharp talks about him. Now, granted, that's his brother, big brother, but this is a Hall of Famer that talks about Sterling Sharp saying, man, that he is way better than what Shannon was. And we think of Shannon as one of those other guys at the tight end position that really, you know, put his stamp on it from an all-time standpoint.
And I mean, from a historical standpoint as well, for the Sharps, both of them, first pair of brothers to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Historic, big time right there for both of those dudes, man. And I mean, it was pretty cool too, seeing when Shannon was letting Sterling know that he was inducted, man. He's seeing that emotion between the two, man. I could just only imagine the way that them two dudes competed growing up, and probably how they competed against each other from a statistical standpoint of, man, I want to make sure that I'm the better brother. I'm the better. Just like, I could only imagine that. Very similar to when them Watts start going into the hall. When them JJs and that TJ, I'm like, yo, I could only imagine how that's going to look, man. I want to see that moment as well, man, because I know those dudes love each other so much. And it's one of those, you spend your whole life competing with this person, whether you're competing with them, directly in terms of when we're living together, or as we parallel career wise or collegially, man, I'm trying to catch you. We always hear them joking back and forth, JJ about having multiple depoys, TJ with the one, but wanting to get another one. So with all of that, it's like, man, whenever you see the chance for family members to get in, I thought that was pretty impressive. But yeah, the Sharps were the first family members to get in. The Watts, if y'all don't, if the Mannings don't take it first, we coming. All right, the Watts is coming for certain. But I will say this though, man, I did have a grievance. I had my grievance. All right, I know there's a Terrell Suggs that's available. I would have loved for him to be in there, but at the same time, when I look at Jared Allen, I say, man, statistically their numbers are very similar from an all-time sack standpoint. Jared Allen has been waiting, whereas this was Suggs, I want to say first year of eligibility. So due to those dudes pretty much being, I think it was like a 3-sack difference between the two, Jared Allen has the second highest single season sack total, 22 sacks. We know the one is with Michael Strahan and TJ Watt tied for 22 and a half sacks. Jared Allen has a 22 sack season. So with that, I just said, man, if both of these dudes are very similar in terms of their overall numbers, man, if this guy has that defining, you got this record, or you're on the brink of it, then to me, I didn't have an issue with them putting him in over Terrell Suggs. Now, Suggs is going to get in, whether it's next year after that, man, he ain't going to wait long. Suggs is Suggs. Like, I look at him like, yeah, he could have definitely been a first ballot guy, but I can understand the direction. My issue was with Luke Kuechly. I'm like, bro, how is Kuechly not a first ballot guy? It's Luke Kuechly we talking about, man. I'm like, Eric Allen, Jared Allen, yeah, but you didn't even have to take them dudes off, which is my issue, because you technically could have we technically had 5 people that are in the modern era be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame in this class. They added Sterling Sharp as the older guy, but you could have had a total of 6 people in this class. And that's the part where I was just like, I don't get why Luke, didn't get in this day, man, because to me, I don't think there's a debate when we're asking about Luke. To me, Luke was in that convo with Bobby Wagner, Patrick Willis. You look at Patrick Willis being a first ballot Hall of Famer. I'm like, well, how is he first ballot and Luke isn't? Luke was nice, man. Production, awards, loud, like everything that you want to see, man. The true quarterback of that defense, man, and doing those type of runs, man. So, like I said, that was my big grievance, man. I wasn't tripping on Eli, man. I was like, bro, Eli, you're going to get in, but just stay over there for a little bit, all right? Now, next year's class is going to get weird because obviously, like you said, you got Drew Brees coming out. You got Phillip Rivers joining the docket. Obviously, Eli will still be available. Suggs will be available. You got this receiver, Pittsburgh guy. What's his? Larry Fitzgerald. Yeah. You catch what I'm saying? Next year's class is getting crazy. So I'm like, yo, Luke better be in there. Don't play with Luke, all right? But next year's class, I'm like, bro, Drew got to be first ballot. Larry Fitz got to be first ballot. So we already down 2 spots. It's like, whew, it's going to get dicey over there, baby. It's going to get real dicey over there. But like I said, man, those were the 4 Hall of Famers for the 2025 Pro Football Hall of Fame class. Eric Allen, Jared Allen, Antonio Gates, and Sterling Sharp. So shout out to those guys. But yeah, I need Luke Kuechly in that thing like yesterday. All right, T Sizzle yesterday. All right, stop playing with them boys, man. Stop playing with them boys. And if y'all digging, the vibe today, hit that like button one time for the culture, and don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel.